Good morning, folks. It's the morning of October 27th. It's about 7:15. Sun's just coming up. And I'm in this same spot I was in the last time I hunted private property. Just a little bit of different conditions today. As you can probably hear, it's pretty windy. I'm set up in the same exact tree I was set up in. I know bucks move through this property on this point, so I'm hoping to catch them when they start moving. I was driving around yesterday and saw a lot of bucks up on their feet during daylight, so hopefully I catch them at the right time out here. Hopefully the wind doesn't bugger them down too much. Usually they move pretty good. Wind's about 10 mile an hour with 15-20 mile an hour gusts, so it's right on that cusp of being too windy, but I do like hunting in the wind. Basically zero chance of spooking deer walking in. Really positive on the wind direction, and it's a touch warm. It's about 50 degrees, but we have this front moving in, which is why it's so windy. So I'm going to be out the next few days for sure. I got a few hours before work this morning, so definitely going to try to get one down. I don't know if the doe gives me a good shot, I might take it, but definitely after the bucks out here, excited to see what's out here for this season, and I know I should be seeing deer this morning, so stay tuned, guys. That right there is why I'm out here in this wind. I saw one small doe run through at about 50 yards around 8 o'clock. And then about 30 minutes later, I caught feet moving through the thick stuff out in front of me at like 100 yards. And that was all I'd seen. Then a few more turkey came through. And I was just sitting here reading through some work emails. And I look up and at 70 yards, there's a nice 8-point buck, like a nice buck. And I'm pretty sure he's a buck I've seen out here. There's some cornfields across the property. And pre-season I saw him feeding out in there. He's definitely a shooter. And he was standing at about 70, walked up to the nearest tree, tore it up, put down a rub, then walked kind of parallel to me, put down at least 3 more rubs, a scrape. I tried grunting at him just to get his attention, but with this wind, I don't think he ever really heard me. And he just kind of walked back out towards private. So it's almost 9:30. I gotta get out of the stand. I gotta go to work. So I'm gonna be back out here in the afternoon, I think. I'm gonna leave the stand out or sneak real quiet out. The wind is still perfect and it's gonna stay like this the rest of the day. So I'm gonna dip out directly away from where that buck went. Try to get back out here. Hopefully he's coming through in the afternoon. See you guys soon.
All right, everyone. I'm zipping back out to this property for the afternoon sit. It's October 27th. It's 4:15, so it's late. I got held up at work, so I'm pretty annoyed, but hoping to get changed really quick. I left everything in the stand, so I should be able to zip right out there, get up in the tree quick. Hopefully the deer aren't moving yet. The wind has really died down. It's pretty much calm right now, but it's still a north wind. It's about 65 degrees right now, so that's the only thing going in my favor for getting in this stand late. Hopefully they start moving a little later than I expected them to, and the temperature's going to be dropping quite a bit as the sun goes down. So like I said, getting out there as quick as I can, and I'll catch up with you guys when I get to the stand.
All right, set up in the stand. Same stand I was in this morning. That buck that came through was only about 60 yards away. Made a rub, made a scrape, made 2 or 3 more rubs, and worked to my left onto private. So I'm hoping to catch him on his way back. He must have bedded somewhere over there. Hopefully nothing spooked him up in the past, I don't know, 6 hours. So got in here nice and easy, didn't spook anything, so they should be moving tonight. It's a beautiful evening. It's not even 10 minutes after I set up. I spotted that little doe moving through. There's a bigger doe with her. And that buck from this morning is right there. 60 yards. Perfect setup. Let's see if he comes in. last few minutes of shooting light here. From the minute I sat down, I was seeing deer, and didn't think much of it. Just a yearling or two and a doe, and about 75 yards. And then I heard a few grunts, and I was like, uh-oh. I got up and glassed up that spot, and that buck was right there with him. Literally the minute I set up. Put down a scrape, and then proceeded to walk basically a 60-yard half circle around me. Gosh, that's happened so much on this property. I've had nice bucks viewable, but not in bow range. I'm going to start breaking down here. He worked off this point into the next block of woods. I'm going to try to get in that block of woods tomorrow morning, but probably going to wrap up this hunt tonight and try to sneak out of here without spooking anything. So close tonight. Hopefully we can get it done here in the next few days. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's October 30th. Slipped back out to this property that I've been hunting the past few sits on private, and haven't sat in this spot in a while, but early season I got out here and didn't see too much, but I know the bucks cruise up and down this property line where the pine trees are, and it's a good wind for this spot, so I slipped on in here. It's about 3-4 o'clock, and hoping I can just catch up with these bucks. I know they're cruising around right now. I had quite a big temperature change from this morning. It was about 30s, mid-30s this morning, and now it's in the 60s, so it's quite a bit warmer, and not expecting these deer to be moving until later this evening. Just hoping I'm in the right spot, hoping I can at least get my eyes on a buck, one of the two really nice ones that I've seen out here so far. So fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything's crossed. Just hope they're moving. Gonna sit tight and enjoy the evening. It's a beautiful one. Perfect wind. Happy I'm out here, so let's get this done. About 6 o'clock. Got maybe an hour, 45 minutes left of hunting time. I just spotted a pretty nice buck. He's feeding maybe like 100 yards away, but it looks like he could be coming this way. I just hope he stays to my south, because my wind is going straight that way and he's kind of working this way, so fingers crossed. Let's hope he comes through. He looks like a nice deer. Yes! Yes! That's it right there. That's why I do it. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm still shaking. It's been a few minutes now. And as I updated you, that buck was 100 yards away. I just caught a glimpse of him working through the trees, and he was going from left to right. He was kind of angled towards me. I was hoping maybe he worked this way. He did. He went on a line straight to me. And what's crazy is he was downwind of me for the majority of that time. And obviously he knew something was up. He kept trying to smell and going back and forth and bobbing his head and stuff, and I am like super exposed up in this tiny little tree. So I was trying to just be patient, be as patient as I could be, and he worked left and right. I wasn't sure if he was going to come out in this opening behind me or if he was going to walk through one of my shooting lanes in front of me, and he eventually zigzagged within 20 yards, and he was coming right out and right at 20. Perfect shot. I mean, I hugged the shoulder a lot. I didn't want to hit him right in the shoulder, but I hugged it super close. I mean, it was literally a perfect 20-yard shot. And I'm not sure he knew he was hit. He kind of ran off maybe 50, 60 yards, and then I have footage of him. He was going down. He did not look like he was going to be going much further. And gosh, I couldn't be happier. It's been hard to work it out here. It's been a tough one. And it seems like every time I see a good shooter buck, it just stays at 50, 60 yards, and I never get a chance. I had that awesome encounter with that big buck 2 days ago now, and they're definitely cruising, because I think this is the one I spotted that next morning up by the gate. I think he's a 9-point, but he's got short tines. Decent, real nice rack on him, so I'm not upset at all. I'm going to start packing down. Get down to the shot site now. Catch up with you guys there.
What do you like to see, baby?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Nice. That's a good for it. There he is.
Well, everyone got him back out to the field edge here. This is a big old deer, and it was a pain dragging him out of those woods, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, what more can you say? It was an awesome hunt. I was going to shoot that doe that picked me up around 5:30. She started blowing, and I was just going to shoot her. Never got a shot opportunity, and she ran the other direction. And then dead downwind, I spotted this guy like 100 yards away, and he just worked right towards me. I was so sure that he was going to scent me and spook out of there, but he definitely knew something was up, but he never spooked, and he worked right in, putting his nose up, trying to smell me. He couldn't quite tell what I was, and eventually just worked broadside. He was just slightly quartering to me when I had the shot, but 20 yards, I put it right on the shoulder, and it was a perfect shot. He went a little bit further than I expected, but blood was pretty decent once we got on it, and I mean, I'm living on cloud 9. This is awesome. This is one of the coolest deer I've ever shot. Non-typical, and he's got 13 scoreable points, and sure, he's pretty spindly and no mass to him, but I wouldn't trade him for the world. This is an awesome deer, an awesome hunt. Great way to end October. Tomorrow's Halloween, and November's still to come, so I'm pretty excited. Guys, I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you from the woods next time.